Hey, what's up, guys? It's Matt with OddsJam, and yep, looks like today's Monday, so I'll be giving you a Monday Night Football betting preview. So right off the top, we got the Bills versus the Patriots, a huge game for the AFC East division for the AFC conference as a whole, as the Patriots are currently in first place with a Ravens loss yesterday. But if they lose, and they would no longer be in first place, and obviously the Bills need this as well. So as of right now, it looks like there's no positive EV play on the money line total. So the OddsJam Perfect Line has the Bills at minus 139, and there's no odds you can get better than that. Similar with the Patriots, they're at plus 126. The best odds you can get them at are plus 125, and that's not even including taking out the VIG, as a astute listener pointed out recently. So no positive EV play here. Looking at the spread, again, there's a couple plays where if you don't take out the VIG, some positive EV plays. Looks like the best one is at the Patriots plus 3.5. Minus 143 OddsJam Perfect Line. You can get that a couple places at minus 130. I do like that play. Another one here, even bigger, but the minus 150 is just the odds are a little bit too bad. So I do like both of those plays, and if I had to take a guess on the outcome of the game, I would probably take the Patriots plus 3. I would buy that half point on Barstool and Bet Rivers, but that's not going to be an official play because I'm not confident enough, and I don't want to be giving a play out there that I don't love. The total points, Randall just put out a good video about the first half under. Fortunately, that's the sportsbook subs caught up, and that is no longer a positive EV play, and the under has just dwindled all the way down to 41. And the reason for that is because of the weather. So as of right now, it's about 53 degrees is the high in Buffalo. But as you can see, based on this Action Network website, it's going to plummet to the mid-20s, and it's going to be possibly rainy and snowy, and wind gusts up to 47 miles per hour. So the total has just absolutely plummeted. So there's no longer really a play there, all the way at the under 41. And then the first half total looks like you can get that at about 20 on a couple places. Again, but the best odds are OddsJam Perfect Line. So fortunately, there's no play to be had there, as the sportsbooks have all kind of caught up to the total. But I did find a couple player props I like, and I ended up settling on one. As you can see, the first about 5 player props are all for today's game. This is just an order of percentage. Obviously, none of them are super high, with the highest being 3.33 positive expected value. So when I was scanning through this, I was debating taking one of these top ones, the over receiving yards for Dawson Knox and Jacoby Myers. But upon news about the wind, I wasn't going to touch an over receiving play. And all these are all over. Nelson Aguilar over longest reception, over, 13.5. Cole Beasley over 3.5 receptions. So what I ended up settling on was this Devin Singletary under 2.5 receptions. So the odds aren't great, obviously. The OddsJam Perfect Line has that at minus 190. You can get that on FanDuel at minus 146. So if we take out the VIG, minus 190 and plus 139. Let me just make sure I have that. Minus 190 plus 139. Okay. And plus 139. So if you take out the VIG, it looks like the OddsJam Perfect Line has this at about minus 156. And using the OddsJam Positive EV page, I found this play on FanDuel at minus 146. So I've actually already locked this in myself. Devin Singletary under 2.5 receptions, minus 146 odds. Again, I know the odds aren't great, but I would have liked this play even if the weather was perfectly normal. So the fact that the weather is really bad makes me like it even more. So if you look at Singletary's stats, he's kind of been up and down as a receiver. He has some great games, 8 targets, 5 targets, 7 receptions, 5 receptions. But mostly he hovers between 1 and 3. So he's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and he's gone over 2.5, 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So he's trending towards the under. And if you look at his percentage of offensive snaps, so he had 75% in week 1. That was when Zach Moss was out. Zach Moss, after that, kind of took the reins. Not took the reins, but they kind of more split time between Zach Moss and Devin Singletary. And again, a weird game where they couldn't score against Jacksonville. Obviously, they lost 9-6, where he played 72% of the snaps, and then he went back down to 40%, back up to 38 against New Orleans. But that was a game where he had 15 carries and wasn't really a receiving back. So the receiving back work has mostly actually been going to Matt Breida. He was with the Dolphins for a while, with the 49ers for a while, then with the Dolphins. Now he's at the Bills, and he's taking more of the passing down work. So he had a touchdown against New Orleans. He looked good. And I'm not expecting this to be a game like Jacksonville or Indianapolis where he's getting, or even Tennessee, where the Bills are passing a lot, trying to score. Against Indianapolis, they just got boat raced from the beginning, and they had to pass a ton. That's why his targets are up. Jacksonville, obviously, they were losing the whole game. They kept trying to get their offense going, passing a ton. And then against Tennessee, same thing. So in a game where there's going to be a ton of it's going to be super windy. It's going to be terrible weather. I would imagine they're going to lean heavily on the run game, which is going to be Zach Moss. And when they do pass it, that's going to be more split time between Matt Breida and Devin Singletary. So I would imagine all those checkdowns are going to go to Breida instead of Singletary. So I would imagine his snap percentage is going to be closer to 40 than it is to 70 as it was this past week. And I don't expect him to get much of the passing work at all. So that'll be my official play. Again, I'll give that to you again. It's going to be Devin Singletary under 2.5 receptions. OddsJam Perfect Line has this at -190, and I got it on FanDuel at -146. So that'll be my $100 positive EV play of the night. Unfortunately, I wish I had done this video a little bit earlier. I could have taken some value on the total, but the sportsbooks caught up, so that is no longer the case. And if I were to put a prediction out there, I would take the Patriots to cover the 3 points. I just think they're rolling. I think that the bad weather is probably more suited to a quarterback like Josh Allen, but he hasn't quite had the year that we're used to. Patriots are rolling, so I'll take them to cover the field goal spread. But that won't be my official play. Again, this is going to be a Devin Singletary under 2.5 receptions. So that's all I got for you. If you have any questions, any comments, you can comment on the video here. You can hit me up on Twitter at my handle below, or you can send me an email at matthew@oddsjam.com. Would love to hear what you thought, what you agreed with, what you disagreed with. If you have any plays that you're looking at tonight, would love to hear it. But as far as the video goes, that's all I got for you. So happy betting, happy watching, and good luck.